Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel Platinum Bricks 95, and we're back again with another Throwback Thursday review. So then guys, continuing on with the theme of doing the original Avengers sets, that's what we're going to be doing today. However, you may notice there's no box in front of me. That is because this Lego set, when I bought it, didn't actually come with a box, which is a bit disappointing. However, what I can show you, boom, there you go. That is the Lego set we will be reviewing today. This is Lego set number 6865, Captain America's Avenging Cycle. Now, this did release, again, part of the original Avengers wave, and it did release in 2012 for a price of £11.99 and coming with 72 pieces. And the very cool thing about this Lego set is it's the first ever official Captain America minifig was included in this. So guys, I'm very excited to be taking a look at this today. Now obviously this is a very small Lego set, so I'm not sure how long this review will be, but I guess we'll find out. Anyway guys, the only thing left to do is take a look at the set itself and the minifigures of course, and we're going to start with the minifigures. Let's go! Alright then guys, well here are the minifigures in question, and as you can see, included in this Lego set we do have Captain America, one Chitauri and another Chitauri, and I think we'll start with the middle Chitauri. Alright then guys, well this is the first Chitauri in question, and you will see that both of these Chitauri are in fact different, which is something I really do like about this Lego set and these minifigures as well, because normally whenever you get a set that comes with like two, how would you describe it, filler bad guys or just generic bad guys, they're normally very identical. A good example is the Outrider, of course. Now, this Chitauri is mainly light grey with a lot of gold trim and purple hands. I do actually really like this Chitauri. Do I think it's the most accurate depiction of a Chitauri ever? Maybe not. However, I actually really do like this minifigure. Now, anyone who's been watching the channel for a certain amount of time will know my disdain towards gold Lego pieces. It's not for me. However, again, whenever I say this, it's true. They use the colours and the variants very well here, as you can see. Like, the gold works well, it stands out clear against the grey. And again, please remember guys, this minifigure did come out in 2012, so 11 years ago. And for it to be this sort of detailed and accurate, you have to give it credit there, guys. But yeah, overall, a very nice minifigure. Not necessarily my favourite version of Chitauri ever, however, a good one nonetheless. So then guys, on to the second Chitauri from this Lego set, and this one I actually do like more than the last one. I like the use of dark grey, I really do. I love the use of different trim, and just in case you didn't realise, I will tell you, the headpiece is completely different from the one you have just seen. I think I prefer this because there's a lot more going on. Now again, they've used the colours very well. They contrast very nicely, and the gold does stand out, and you can actually pick out the purple on it. It doesn't just blend into one colour. So I do actually really like that. I especially like the little purple highlights on his head, as you can see there, and even on the back there's a little bit of purple on the back of the head and the back of the torso. So all in all, a very good use of the colour purple. Although again, I don't really remember them being purple in the movie. Now, the reason that you might think his gun's upside down is because that's how they told me to do it in the instructions, okay guys? So again, that is actually quite accurate to the movie, if you remember. They do sort of have those sort of guns that do that. They're sort of like attached to their body to some extent. But yeah, a very nice minifigure nonetheless, and definitely better than the last Chitauri. But again, probably not my favourite iteration of a Chitauri ever, but a good one nonetheless. Alright then guys, on to the namesake of the Lego set. Here we do have Captain America, or as I like to put it, the very first Lego minifigure version of Captain America. Now again, I did buy this set second hand, hence why there's a big chunk of print missing off his shield, And also you can see the A on his headpiece is kind of damaged as well, which is a bit disappointing. But I looked at my orders from eBay and I realised that actually I think I paid 15 Great British pounds for this Lego set. And when you consider that it came out, 11 years ago, and it was £12 then, that's not bad on inflation. So I can't complain about that. However, guys, I am a bit disappointed that my first ever version of Captain America is a bit damaged. However, okay, yes, most Captain Americas now are much more detailed. They have a lot more going on. They have a lot more sort of variants on their sort of headpieces, and a lot of in fact, all of Captain America now come with a helmet or a cowl piece, as they're called. And I actually prefer this look. I actually much prefer him just to have his sort of headpiece as opposed to having a hat as well. I actually much prefer it, and I really do like this. Now, most Captain Americas do come with completely plain legs, and this one is no exception. But for 2012, if you take a look at this torso, it's not bad. And accuracy points 100% to this Lego set, because it is very accurate to the movie, in my opinion. It looks like Captain America from the movie, from the Avengers, so I'm not going to complain about that. And obviously I am a Captain America fanboy, alright guys. Ever since Winter Soldier, I've just been like, this man just runs around and kicks people in the face, and I love it. So yeah, I really like Captain America, and this is definitely the standout minifigure from this set, and my favourite minifigure from this set. Alright then guys, well those were the minifigures that were included in this set. All that's left to do is take a look at the actual set itself. Let's go. So then guys, as you can see, this is the Lego set in front of me. Now yes, this is all you get, unfortunately. Okay guys, it is a bit disappointing when you see how sort of little is included in this Lego set. And if I'm being completely honest, I built this Lego set up yesterday. Check out the vlog coming out on Sunday if you want to see that. Plug, plug, plug. But genuinely, it took me about 5 minutes to put this Lego set together. If that, to be honest. I mean, there's really not that much here. But the first thing I want to take a look at is Captain America's Avenging cycle. Now, again, I'm pretty sure in the Avengers movie, especially the original Avengers movie, I'm not talking about the second Avengers movie, Age of Ultron, I'm talking about Avengers. Now, at the end of Avengers, Captain America rides away on a motorbike, but he does not ride away on a motorbike that looks like this. Also, I'm pretty sure in the movie, he doesn't have a motorbike or doesn't use a motorbike. Now, I could be wrong, it's been a while since I've seen the Avengers. However, again, I do understand why this is a Lego set. If you look at Endgame, I might flash a picture of the setup here. That was a horrible set, ignore that. But they did just give us a Captain America motorbike, so yeah. But I do actually like this motorbike. I think it's pretty cool. I think it does suit Captain America. The only downside is, like I said, I bought this second hand. Very nice sticker placement there. Very nice sticker placement there. That's just a bit off. It's diagonal, and I'm worried that if I take it off, it'll never stick back on. So I'm just leaving it as it is. But guys, all in all, this is just a motorbike, okay? And yeah, I mean, I literally just tried to spin the wheel, and the clip's not the strongest in the world. But again, guys, this is a 11-year-old Lego set. Now, what I did want to do is just take the time very quickly to show you what it looks like when he's on here. I'm not going to clip him on properly, but obviously you do have a place to put his shield, and if you want to, you can attach his hands, and it's a good motorbike in that regard. Again, not accurate to the movie, but a good motorbike nonetheless. So you won't hear too many complaints from me. But yeah, guys, it does just feel a bit tacked on, but I do understand it. And again, because it's a 2012 Lego set, I'm much more accepting of this sort of stuff back then than I am now. So yeah, I will give it credit there. However, guys, what is actually left of this Lego set, you can tell it's showing its age because they both have flick shooters, not stud shooters. Now, this bit here, it's kind of meant to be a turret that a Chitauri stands by and sort of fires this, and yeah, This is a bit of a nothing piece build of this set, if I'm being honest. It is a bit tacked on just to push the numbers up, I do think. But you get some maneuverability here. Obviously, it is a flick shooter, so it will come out if you flick it hard enough. Let's see. Oh, God, that's a weird angle. Boom, there we go. So it does actually work pretty well. But yeah, there's not much to say about this, guys. It's just a flick shooter behind a barricade of some sorts. Now, I do actually really like this. This is my favourite part of the build. Again, it's been a while since I've seen the Avengers, but from what I can remember, this is what the Chitauri ship actually do look like when they're flying down on those ships. So yeah, I will give it credit there and say this, I think it's incredibly accurate. Do I like that it's so gold? Not overly. However, they haven't made the whole thing gold, so it's not so ostentatious like things that are made completely out of gold. I just don't like them. However, you do get some maneuverability here, so if you wanted to, you could stand him there if you move them out the way. Well, actually, I don't think you can actually stand him here because they're the only places that will go. But obviously, the Chitauri can sit down if you want him to. He could sort of sit here, you know, if you wanted him to, and then he'd be behind this. But again, you can just see his head poking over, and that's the first time I've done that, and I actually really do prefer that as opposed to having him stood behind it. Off you come. Yeah, downside, it's a very old Lego set, so bits of it do stick very, very well. Now, again, I showed you that does come out. Yes, you've got a flick shooter there. I'm not going to flick that one. It is what it is. However, these are on clicker joints, as I like to call them. So what you can do is it will stand up however you want it to. And you do get some maneuverability with these pieces here. But again, one of the downsides, as you keep seeing, that's twice now that these pieces have come off. What I would have liked is maybe a 2x2 plate there holding them in place. Because if you do push them up, they do just pop off, which is annoying. But all in all, not the worst thing, because obviously it's not designed to go like that. It's meant to be down like that, so you can sort of, you know, stand it up. But yeah, guys, all in all, it is just a Chitauri ship. If you bought a lot of these, you could create a scene where they're sort of flying through the air, if that was something you're interested in doing, because I think they do actually look pretty good, and I like the stickers. And again, good use of stickers to bring out the details in this build. I like these. They do add to the build, but they do break off a lot, and so do these two pieces here. Again, guys, I don't really understand the purple with this build. I don't really understand the purple on the Chitauri in general. I don't know. I don't remember them having any purple. Maybe I'm wrong, but it's been a while since I've seen the Avengers, but I don't really remember them being that purple. But I guess it is what it is, guys. But all in all, I will say, for value for money, it's not the worst thing I've ever seen when it comes to value for money. Like, I've definitely seen Lego Marvel sets that have a lot more going on and cost a lot more money, but aren't worth the actual money you pay for it. And this on retail would have actually been worth £12, I think. I think that's a reasonable price for this Lego set, even for the time it did release. I don't know how much it costs now, but I think it's a reasonable price, guys, and I think it's a reasonable Lego set. Definitely not crazy, okay? It's definitely not one of the best Lego Marvel sets you're ever going to see, but it's a nice Lego set nonetheless, guys. But the next thing left to do, guys, is get into my pros and cons and my rating out of 10s for this Lego set. So, without further ado, let's get into that. Alright then, guys, well there you have it. That was a closer look and somewhat of a review of this Lego set. However, guys, we now need to get into my pros and cons and rating out of 10. But today we're going to start with the cons. So guys, con number 1 has to be accuracy, unfortunately. Now, kind of contradictory this con, because I am going to say something positive about the accuracy in my pros. But overall, it's not the most accurate Lego set to the MCU or to the Avengers movie, which is a bit of a shame, but it is what it is, I guess, guys. But yeah, it's definitely not the most accurate set to the movies. So guys, the next con would have to be the actual size of this Lego set. It's just not challenging in any way, shape or form. Like I did say, I built this up yesterday, and it took me about 5 minutes, like literally, and it was like that and it was done. There's no challenge to this build. It's a very small Lego set, and yeah, there's just not that much going on here, guys. However, the playability for this Lego set, for how small it is, isn't terrible, but overall, it's just too small for my liking. Okay, guys, my third and final con is kind of a personal one, and sort of, but this is just unnecessary. Okay, I understand it, but it's just unnecessary. We don't need small little bits like this tacked on in Lego sets. However, I will contradict myself slightly by saying this is a 2012 Lego set, okay guys, 11 years old. I will let them off for it, but I did have to mention it in my cons because it's just another bit of Lego that is tacked on. So guys, that's the negatives, on to the positives. Now, the first pro would definitely have to be the minifig selection. Now, yes, Captain America's amazing, alright? It's brilliant to get the first ever iteration of a minifig version of Captain America, but really, it's the Chitauri for me, because, like I said, do you guys remember when they first came out with the Infinity War sets? It is Infinity War, yeah, the Infinity War sets. And literally, every single set had an Outrider, and every single set that had more than one Outrider just gave you the same Outrider with different accessories. Well, this Lego set comes with 2 Chitauris, and they are completely different. Alright, it's not even subtle differences. There's quite big changes in each Chitauri, and I have to give it credit there, because Lego Marvel doesn't do that anymore. So, massive credit for the minifigs. Now, on to my second pro, guys. And, like I said, I was going to mention something good about the accuracy. This ship literally is the Chitauri ship that they fly around in the Avengers movie. It looks exactly like it. So, I have to give it credit and say that this, regardless of the whole set not being the most accurate, this Lego ship is very accurate, so I have to give it credit there. Very good build, this. And guys, on to my final pro. Now, you're probably seeing an image of this Lego set on eBay right now, the price it's going for. I think it's £18.19, right? In the last 2 or maybe even 3 Throwback Thursday reviews that I've done, genuinely, well, I've only actually done 2, this is the third one am I talking about, but genuinely, I've said the negative about each of those sets is how much they're going to cost now. When you consider that this Lego set retailed for £12 in 2012, it's now going to cost you £18.99. That's actually quite good inflation. Alright guys, every Lego set goes up in price, alright? It just does, it's what happens, okay? But this one's price now isn't terrible. Is it worth 19 Great British pounds? No. But is that what you're going to have to pay to get your hands on it now, unless you're really lucky? Yes. And to be honest, if I was buying this Lego set now, I wouldn't actually care that much that it costs £19. That's good inflation. So, I have to give Lego credit there. Although why I'm giving Lego credit, I don't know. But I have to give it credit there, because it's not going to cost you an arm and a leg to actually get this Lego set. So guys, those were the pros and cons. The only thing left to do is give this Lego set a rating out of 10, and bang, 6 out of 10 guys. Alright, it is a 6 out of 10 Lego set. I was debating potentially giving it a 5, to be honest, but when I take into consideration it's a very old Lego set, you do get the first ever iteration of Captain America, you get 2 unique Chitauris, you get a nice bicycle, okay, not accurate, this little tacked on thing, whatever it is, right, fine. I think it's worth a 6 out of 10, guys. I can't see it being ranked much lower than that. But yeah, in my opinion, a 6 out of 10. Alright then guys, well there you have it. That was this week's Throwback Thursday review, and I really do hope you enjoyed it. Now, if you did enjoy this review, please would you please hit the like button, as it really helps me out here on the channel and shows you're enjoying these Throwback Thursday reviews, okay guys? Also, if you're not subscribed, please subscribe to the channel, guys. I think I'm like 10, 9, maybe 8 subscribers away from 850. So please help me out and push me up to yeah, 850 subs. That would be amazing. And finally, guys, get down in the comments. Number 1, let me know if you own this. Number 2, let me know what you think of this. And number 3, let me know if you agree with my rating out of 10, because I'd actually be very interested to know, guys. So then, guys, there you have it. That is the end of the video and the Throwback Thursday review. All that's left to say now is thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate all of the support you guys have been giving the channel. And yeah, guys, I guess I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye!